Hello, lovelies! My name is Inky, and welcome back to Lake of Voices. Where we last left off, I think we were just like maybe halfway through the game, about 23 minutes, I think, and we saw a prowler. Oh, here we go. Let's just jump right in. Saw a prowler. It attacked us, but we got away. And if you haven't seen the episode, go back and watch it. It was the best. I love this game. Let's just get into it. Bamel grabs Margaret and I both, helping us towards the center of the bridge and cussing under his breath. I keep my mic a bit close so that you can. It's more dramatic that way. I looked away for 1 second. It's fine, Bamel. We're all fine. This is right after Kika got attacked, so she's okay, but it was kind of a scary situation. I wasn't gonna let Kika die. Are you actually alright? Margaret cocks her head down, examining my ankle, but there's nothing but a wet smudge around my trousers. Okay. I am fine. I say that, though I don't actually want to let go of Bamel. I need to in order to relight our lantern to prevent its actual safety, but I feel such a strong desire not to be alone in this moment. I shake my head roughly and let go of him, relighting the lantern as fast as I'm able to. Yeah, it's a good idea. Those things are scared of light, and we need a light to make sure we don't die. Kika, oh, wrong voice. Kika, thank you again. You saved my life. I won't let this happen again. Yes, it would be good for all of us to pay more attention. Margaret nods solemnly. Suddenly, it seems we're all on the same side. It isn't only Bamel and I. She is with us in more than simply presence. The guide's voice is cold as the monster's grasp, ends my train of thought. We lost the lantern I threw. And Nick grabbed it after the light went out. How does he know that if it was dark? Margaret makes a noise. I glance over, wondering whether she's upset, but there's a small smile on her face instead. Okay then. Why is she smiling at it? She is a Nick. She's in disguise. It's better than taking anything else. Nervous light bubbles up out of me. This quickly stops, but Mel chuckles in response, and our collective tension eases up, adrenaline draining from our bodies. We need to keep walking. The guy starts down the bridge again, and we join him. I try to clamp down on the relief, the ease that wants to flood my head. It's not over. The prowler is gone, but so is Bamel's lantern. You can stay near me, Bamel, since your lantern is lost. I appreciate it. No, they're adorable. Margaret goes on ahead of us. Bamel stays by my side, and I keep at the end of the line. I hope Bamel doesn't die. I don't care if Margaret dies, really, but Bamel is like a sweetheart. I don't want him to die. The breath of release from Margaret and Bamel was quickly swallowed up by the somber atmosphere of Sinlos as well, replaced by the gravity of the near-death experience. Never mind celebrating his survival. Some of that shouldn't have happened in the first place. The memory of the prowlers reaching out towards us appears each time I close my eyes. Why does it look like something is dripping down their faces? The prowlers are on Margaret's mind, too. Looking at her pained expression, this is so the moment of release never existed at all. I'm not sure. The voices may go in and out, by the way. It's been a while since I last recorded this, so I do remember most of what I did for them, but if they're a bit weird since last time, don't be mad in the comments, please. Me neither. Something's wrong with them, though. They live in water. Air shouldn't be good for the things, but they want to drown humans so much they're willing to drag themselves into land. It's not right. Of course it isn't. They're monsters. They do not understand the concept of right and wrong. Well, I don't disagree with that. There's something very wrong with them. I truly hope at last we'll see the prowlers. Me too, actually. Well, I assume it probably won't be, but I hope it is. Something comes to her mind, causing Margaret to enter part of the conversation early. Since you two have shared a light, wouldn't it be safer to be in the middle? Margaret stops and waits for Mel and I to reach her position. That way, you'll catch the edge of my light and the guys. It won't be so dangerous for Mel to lose his position momentarily. That's weird of her character. That's strange. She's been mean, and now all of a sudden she's nice. I don't buy it for a second. That's a very kind offer, Margaret. But Mel's surprise is so apparent I want to cover his face with my hands and stop him from insulting her. She merely smirks. I think Margaret may be surprised with herself, too. I'm suspicious. But Mel returns to his usual surety. As thoughtful as it is at least, I'm fine with bringing up the rear. I'm used to keeping watch for monsters, and since there are two of us, I can pay attention to the back while Kika focuses ahead. It's not my light, though, so I shouldn't be the one to decide what she should do with it. Is this gonna decide whether Margaret or Bamel dies? Margaret and Bamel tend to look at me in unison. This is my decision. These of them are wrong. As for me, my goal is to protect everyone. I can't very well deal with that with Margaret falling behind us. So, if I decide to be behind everyone or in the middle, either Bamel and I or Margaret would be in danger. I think of like being like struck from behind, probably by a prowler. But obviously they'll both be keeping watch. Like they're not stupid. I just know what to expect from this bridge, and that makes things so much more difficult. Oh, couldn't from my head too far. Sorry. Oh, maybe it was bad decision. Bad decision. Bad. Can I go back? Seems like it. Oh no, I missed her. Okay, I missed. Oh, history. What did she say? Yeah, I think we'll be good here. I really think it was a kind of. I missed history. Won't work. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh no, that's history of like the whole game. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So you're staying behind? Seems like it. Yes, I think we'll be good here. Okay, so let's go back. Okay. But really, thank you. That was a very kind offer. Well, alright. I don't like the way she's acting right now. I like it one bit. Margaret respects her decision and trots ahead a bit to catch up back with the guide. He who has paid no mind to the entire affair. He doesn't give a shit at this point. He's just like, I'm just here. He isn't here for money. He's just here for the ride, apparently, to guide us. Why is he even doing this? Oh, Bamel's getting all broody and thoughtful. Hello, what does he have to say? So, I don't want to seem like a child, but how much longer do we arrive at the halfway point? Margaret chuckles, affecting this as means I don't want to vocalize. We still have some ways to go. Damn. I stretch my last leg in this parting response. The gloom we've been under dissipates slightly, the light flickering through the fog. Maybe we won't finish this episode. Maybe we won't finish this episode then, because we're not even at the halfway point yet. So, the first trial tends to be most difficult. I believe we will only react better from this point on. I like the way you think. Then the gleam enters Bamel's eyes, and he grins. I think Kika deserves a round of applause. Her quick reflexes are owed the utmost appreciation. He leans soft into my shoulder and trying to get me. What? It was indeed a sight. You're quite capable. Bamel was also a sight, but for very different reasons. The way he froze his mouth all agape was a laugh in itself. Bamel shakes his fist at Margaret in mock anger, then shoots me an affectionate look. Oh, we're all getting along. That's adorable. Oh, the music is so soothing. You should know, she and I are usually on equal footing. Ha! The only reason you're on a footing is because she pulled you back. What was that voice? what happened to her voice? Oh, I misread that. Dang it. That's very true. You can always count on Kika. I keep my eyes steadily ahead, unsure how I should respond. I'm pleased, almost grateful, to hear what they think of me. I don't know why I could say that wouldn't seem pathetic. Instead, I contribute the best way I can. I keep my focus on the path ahead of us. Without a response from me, the conversation quickly dies out. Still, it eases my heart to be on such friendly terms with my companions. After some time, I notice Margaret isn't keeping up with the guy as much as she was before. I realize it's because the guy has increased his pace. Margaret begins to jog in an effort to keep up with him. Mel and I do the same. Despite this, the guy keeps getting further away. Is he going to kill us and leave us? We go faster and faster until we're suddenly full-on sprinting across the slick wooden boards. How is he going that fast, by the way? Figures in the dark fog fly past us in a blur, and it occurs to me the branching paths and the bridge appear to be sinking. Oh no, we're gonna die. I try hard to swallow my rising panic. The guide shouts something, but it's drowned out by the frantic pounding of our footsteps. I'm trying to piece together what he said. Don't stop, turn. When he takes a masterfully sharp right down different path using his own momentum and the sleek wood to slide into the direction and launch speed. Oh, I kind of want to insert the song into this, like, deja vu, but there's no like animation, so I can't. But like that would be, he drifted basically. Margaret must have not have worked out the warning either, as she completely caught off guard by the guy's changing course. She runs straight ahead, past the turn, and continues on her path and following up until now. Uh-oh. She comes up to halt the momentum down the wrong bridge. Then I come upon the fork. Turn! I make a hard turn, following the guide, leaving Margaret at the rear. Oh no! Margaret! Oh, well, I mean, if anyone's gonna die, I mean, I guess if someone has to die, I guess it would be her. But still, I kind of feel bad. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Margaret turn around to come back to us, only had the bridge in front of her fall away. No! Oh, Margaret was kind of nice sometimes, so we knew her not for very long, but... Oh, never mind. Apparently she make some... I settled down for a breath, feeling the impulse to turn back but ignore it. There's no time. Margaret can make the jump and then she'll rejoin us. Okay, then I guess she is fine. I freaked out for no reason. I keep my eyes glued to the hair on my keyboard for some reason. No, I keep my eyes glued to the guy's back. Ears pricked from Margaret's footsteps approaching behind us. And then I hear it. A scream. Do I have to make the scream? No, I'm not gonna. I put around signing to a stop. People are sleeping. I'm not gonna scream for her. Margaret is sinking. The bridge she's on is sinking into the water. Why is it happening already? Apparently it's still like nighttime, and according to the lore of the game, the bridges don't sink until daytime? She's disappearing. She didn't jump. What are you doing? Margaret's head shoot up, her face drained of all color. Jump! She stumbles near the edge of the bridge, staring at the placid water of the lake. In for distance, I can see her shaking. She's crying! Oh, I feel so bad! I can't see if it's from the bridge descent or her own fear. She barely seems to remain standing. I swallow painfully. Margaret bends and tries to jump. She curves in a small arc. She's even more height than she should, and lands directly in the lake with a muted splash. Oh, that's horrifying! We lost her! Oh, that's a very disturbing image. Gripping at like the monsters as you fall. Ugh. But Mel starts beside me and I grab his hand and pull. We start running again, leaving Margaret flailing in the water behind us. We don't need to watch this. We both know exactly what will happen to her now. Margaret's anguished cries pierce through the night. Then the screaming stops. My legs grow weak. My legs grow weak. It wasn't right. But I push myself to keep going. Achievement unlocked. Inevitability. Mel curses between heavy breaths, calling those things every foul name in his large book that he carried with us for some reason. I'm not even sure why. I try to focus on the pounding of my feet, but my brain won't cooperate. Instead, I try to imagine Margaret's terror as she clawed to pieces by the Nixie. At the very thing I didn't help her. We left her in the dark. I didn't have a choice to help her. Don't blame me, okay? I had no choice. As the night wears on, our strength rapidly fades. How much longer will this last? People have to rest sometime. Almost in response to my thought, the guide abruptly halts. I skid to a stop as well, sagging on the surface of the wood. Why don't we stop? But Mel's voice is tired, but his guard is up. The guy doesn't answer, just stares at something slightly out of view. I step up to join him, following his gaze further down the path. Hi. New friend? There, curled up in a little ball, illuminated by the lantern's light, Cat wears a person. His hands grip his head, and he rocks from side to side, mumbling incoherently. It's a man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just couldn't. Please, I'm sorry. I'm stuck with an array of questions. What's going on? Why would he wander out into the bridges on his own? Did he make it this far by himself? Were there others with him? It's somehow the case. I can't blame him for the state of shock he's in. The man stops mumbling. He glances above him. Seemingly only just now having the strength to lift his head. His expression, the deepest sadness along with the clear markings of terror, are scrawled across his face. I stare at him in shock, not sure what to do. Leave him. I snap my eyes away from the man and said to the guy's cold, implacable face. No, we can't just leave him here. Without light, it's certain he'll die. He won't make it regardless. The guy turns to look at us, his eyes seeming to glow from the closeness of his lantern. Something's up with him. I'm getting suspicious right now. Something's weird with him. Like, either he's a very, very disturbed person, or something's wrong, and he's like a ghost or something. Like, this is weird. The way he reacts to things is not normal. He could be just, like, really disturbed in the head. Whoops. But, something's odd about him. Whoever shelters him will only risk dragging themselves down with him. Leave him. Oh my god, his eyes got so intense. Oh, calm down, man. I'm just saying we should take him with us. I'm not saying anything, okay? I got to my partner. But Mel is outraged. I try to think of some kind of compromise when the guy speaks again, his voice cutting. If the man comes, then whoever is shielding him will have to remain at a distance from the rest of the group. For as he can't see me, then it's just my light. That's how you'll travel across the bridges. Why is this a thing? Apparently this man Why? This man is like needing our help. He's almost at the brink of death, apparently. He's shocked. He's hurting, apparently. Well, he might be hurting. I'm not sure if he's injured or not. But on the inside, he is very clearly shocked. I already said that. But, like, the good thing would be to help him, the right thing. Like, even if we just had to lead him, he would be with our light, so what's wrong with it? I didn't agree to lead this man, and I won't. If you ask me, I will leave you all behind. You're a jerk! Yeah, I don't like this guy anymore. I don't like him at all. Adrenaline surges through my veins and I tense up. It's a painful reminder that the guy isn't here to save our lives and really show us the way. We're on our own. Mel and I frankly share more looks between each other, trying to communicate without words. Neither of us have a desire to speak and be the first to make a choice. The man is standing now, though still hunched with his arms wrapped around himself, expecting a blow. He sits at the ground rather than us. Because of this, I'm having trouble reading his face. What exactly happened to him? Are you well, stranger? Do you know where you are or why you're here? He glances up, not at me, but towards me, his eyes resting somewhere near my collarbone. My eyes are up here! You horrible jerk! I'm fine. You can go on your way. Forget you even saw me here. That's absurd. Oh my god, he's so tall. I didn't realize how tall he was compared to other people just now. That's absurd. You have no way to defend yourself. We can't leave you. Yes, I'm sure in your eyes I might seem like not like much, but that's only for a fair shake. A what? Maybe in a perfect world, every man would be as large as you, but that's not how things always go. Doesn't mean I'm defenseless. I don't like him. We're not taking him with us. I don't like him. The man's response is meandering. The words themselves seem to be in good chest, but he's still barely looking at us, fidgeting with his hands. Ramel frowns, unimpressed. It was a joke. He smiles hesitantly, making eye contact with each of us for the first time. Well, part of it's supposed to be the joke. Do you even realize what is happening in this moment? Never mind. Forget that too. Point is, I'm alright. You would find yourself out alone and unlit on Sinlos. Exactly! Something must be wrong with you. Oh no. Sounds like you've been talking with my father. Is the guide his father? Oh, this is weird. History, I think I skipped something by accident. Hold on. Oh no, we didn't. Okay. He lets out a weak little laugh, coupled with an eyebrow raise, voice trembling. No one really knows what to make of this. List? The man gets a small wave and begins down the path we came. Ramel huffs, tossing his hands into the air. That's not even the right way! It is for me. He's a creeper! I don't want him with us. Oh, he must have come quite a ways if it wasn't the shirt you started on. The man's smile grows. Good. That's not so bad. Something... He knows his way around. There's no response to this remark, unsure what could be said. I still think he should come with us. The person needs a light, and the guide himself said he won't be able to manage on his own. Sticking with us is the best option. I look over to the man's body, nothing but a scrawny piece of limb. Scrawny, but not necessarily lacking in muscle. The bravado he was showing as he tried living has yet faded yet again. Now he's standing quietly, looking as if watching a play. I am the best actor. Interest, but no connection to the events. It's easy okay, sorry, guide voice. It's easy for you to say such things, but whose light are you offering? It's not mine, and you are putting her in even more danger with your presence already. Mamel's hands turn into fists. He looks away but doesn't say anything. For a moment, no one does. I feel a cold sweat on my brows while I fear comes to pass. He's stopping us from protecting another. Why must he get involved now? Why can't you not just leave us to make our own decisions? You... don't worry about me. I'll be on my way now. The man's voice is full of something I cannot place, and he starts to shovel back down the way we came, arms still clenched around himself. I know the guy wants to act as though there was no option, however I could stay back with him. I put Bamel and I at significantly more risk, but at least this man will stand a chance. I kind of just... The guy seems okay. Like, he seems like knows something that we don't, so I can't risk it. I don't want Bamel and I to die just because of this one guy who probably knows his way around and is probably fine. So, if he dies, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to assume he'll be fine. Bamel stares at the man as he leaves. We both watch him drag his little frame down the bridge, quickly fading from sight. We had to let him go. We've already suffered the loss of one of our own. Who wasn't really one of our own. We just kind of met her, and she was kind of a bitch most of the time, but, you know, it was still a loss. The space Oh, I thought they were saying the space man. I was like, who's the spaceman? The space man vanished into the dark. Into was dark and silent. We can see and hear nothing of him, not even his footsteps. The guide was right. There was no other options. Well, that's what I had to believe. We need to get to this somehow, and being weighed down with guilt will only distract us. The guy starts moving again at a quick pace. After a moment's hesitation and one last glance into the truly lifeless fog, we run to catch up with him. We walk onwards in silence. Our party hasn't changed. The stranger was never added to it, so it's not as if it makes sense to miss him. But there's a sense of loss all the same. No one attempts mirth. Is that them like, oh, they're acknowledging breaking the fourth wall? Your party hasn't changed. You still have 2 people and the guide. So the male constantly looks to want to reach out towards my empty hand, always thinking better of it before doing so. I keep thinking I should have done more. I should have pushed the guy hard to change his mind so it'll be less dangerous to man around. Something, anything. Okay, did I make the wrong decision? Again? Did I do something wrong? But let this go. I'm not gonna forget that man. I'll never forget him, but we need still need to get through this. Oh no, I clicked on the... Okay, I'm sorry. I clicked on the thing by accident. I curled my hands into fists, hoping it'll strengthen my resolve. Then I pushed forward. We turn down a different path and the guide stops. Okay, that is not friendly. Ahead of us stands a group of prowlers. At the sound of us, they turn their heads in unison, as if they knew we were coming. I inhale. The prowlers wriggle somehow, their skin moving more slowly than it should, sliding across their skeletons. They laugh. We cannot lose another lantern at this point. We're almost to the island. The guy rummages through his cut with his free hand. What are you planning? The mouse tone is borderline threatening, but the guy ignores him. He pulls out a small pouch and opens his lantern on his lantern. Wait, are you going to throw that at them? What if the bridge is set on fire? It will. We're going to run. This is insane! These bridges are hellish enough without them also being on fire. And what about the other man? If he's still out there, this could... He is dead. We're not losing another lantern. Okay then, apparently you're sure about this. He has such intense eyes this time around. It's almost scary. This is with detached certainty, as if he saw it happen himself. No one argues with him. The guy steps closer to the prowlers. We follow the step behind him, staying close to his back. He bends his lantern back down until it is lowered to his outstretched arm. The pouch in his hand is set aflame. With the practice flick of the wrist, he swings the staff back and up. The glass of the lantern snaps closed. Don't get left behind. He takes 3 quick steps and tosses the pouch. The prowlers are blacking the water before the pouch even lands. As soon as it does, the farces look and curl itself around the wood. The guy breaks into a sprint. So do the rest of us. The braze glows despite the heavy dampness around the lake. The bridges are normal bridges. Of course that's true. Nothing here is right. Hopefully they won't collapse with the flames. Oh, that's another thing to think about. The bridges collapse. So that's very scary to think about. We stand the guy's heels, almost too close for comfort. If he stops abruptly, we'll all crash into one another, maybe fall off the bridge. Then the world tilts. I was mid-stride. I put my foot down, the bridge wasn't where it was. It was just to one side. It's because it was weakened or pushed. Mel and I managed to keep the ground, and I itch my nose a little bit, as does the guy. He presses on with even bothering to see if we are able to follow. But Mel growls in frustration and he'll push it to keep up with the guide's pace. As a storm of feet thunder across the boards, a silver slither begins to rise into view above the edge of the water. It's the island! The island? I squint, slowly make out the craggy forms of land and earth. I see it! We're almost there! City at long last in sight. New energy surges through me. We push ourselves faster, longingly to put these godforsaken bridges behind our backs. All at once the bridges end, and our entire group rushes ashore. Earth! Solid earth! A haven from the water. I catch my breath while still moving even further away from the dark shoreline. I can't believe we actually made it. Even more difficult is the idea we're only halfway done. When the night falls once more, we all have to do it again. A heavy arm falls across my shoulders, and I straighten to see Bamel smiling wearily at me. Good work out there. It's not the usual combination of a job well done. There's sadness, perhaps even sympathy in the sentence. It ends flatly. With a sigh, he leans his head to the side, having it rest slightly against mine. Usually Bamel's comfort and good nature gives me at least the urge to smile, but right now it feels like a hollow victory. Despite still having the comfort of one another, we were incapable of doing any true good. We were only able to save ourselves. A quiet moment passes through this. Did I choose like the bad path? where we just save ourselves and no one else gets saved. I'm worried about it. Well, at least I get a certain ending, so maybe I'll play it again, or maybe you guys. That gives you guys a chance to like play it and see what happens. Like, see what happens to your playthrough, because it's free and it's fun and it's great. So play it for yourself, see if you can save everyone, because I certainly can't apparently. So then the guide is there. He moves so smoothly that his steps on the soft sand are nearly silent, and his dusty clothes blend with the thinning of the night. The sun will rise soon. The fire on the bridge is the only reason the island isn't overrun with the prowlers right now. However, they could still pose a threat. Bamel levels an empty look towards the guide. Is there something we should do? Come. Ooh. The guide takes us to an area a bit further in, but not too far from the water. Trees partially obscure our location. There's enough room to watch the coast in case prowlers start to emerge from the water. Essentially, it's a place where an ambush will be hard. If any of you see anything at all, speak up. We don't want them to sneak up on us. Almost automatically, each member of the group turns into a different direction. And with that, I think I'm going to end the episode here. I'm really, really enjoying this so far. I'm kind of sad Margaret died, but at the same time, she was kind of mean, and I wasn't sure what she was getting at the last part of when she was alive. But either way, it's a sad way to go, and it really sucks that she had to go that way. I'm very sad that I'm regretful that she died. I'm sad I couldn't save everyone. And the guy, I don't know what his deal was. The guy apparently knows he's dead, but something about him, like he seemed to know his way around the bridge. So I'm kind of wondering if the guide might be his father or something like that, but maybe he isn't. There could be like a major plot twist at the end where the guide is like evil or something, which I'm kind of leaning towards right now because I get weird vibes from him overall. But either way, I guess I'm gonna stop the episode here before I ramble to death. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, crush the like button at the beast you are, and maybe subscribe for more content. With that being said, I love you guys so much, I hope to see you next time. Stay wild, see ya. Running.